Welcome to the Jolly Roger. My name's Chef Brian, and today we're going to be making a seafood Alfredo. And not just any seafood, we're going to be using blackening seasoning, just to add a little heat and a little color, a little flavor. So, what I have here is I got our pan. I'm going to use some of this butter that we made. It's our flavored butter a couple videos ago. I'll put that up there if you haven't seen it. Check it out after this video. That's going to go in with about a tablespoon of oil. I'm using avocado, just so it doesn't burn. And then over here, I have some lobster. I have some snow crab that we got out of the shell. And then I have some shrimp. And I left the tails on just for presentation purposes at home. Feel free not to do that. And when this comes up to temperature, we'll start making the shrimp. All right, my pan's preheated. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump our shrimp in this one. And then we're gonna add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Not a whole lot of pepper because we're using blackening seasoning. And that's got a lot of heat to it. And then we're going to add our blackening seasoning. And we're gonna cook these all the way through because these are gonna go in at the end of our dish. And I'm gonna use a couple of them as garnish. And if you like more spice, add more cayenne pepper to your blackening seasoning. So we're gonna give about a minute on each side for shrimp. Shrimp cook extremely fast. And when we're done doing that, we're gonna flip them, give them about another minute, and then we're gonna pull them out, reserve them, and then I can start on my Alfredo sauce, which is gonna be heavy cream and Parmesan cheese. And this is the good Parmesan cheese. You get it like, you know, the cheese spot in your grocery store. We went ahead and grated up a cup. It's actually, yeah, it's about a cup. And if I need more cheese, I can grate some more. So, let's work on this. All right, it's been about a minute. We're gonna go ahead and flip. I'm gonna start in the center just because the center gets the hottest, then the edges do. And then when we're done flipping, I'm gonna add a little bit more blackening seasoning on this other side, a little bit of salt, and a touch of pepper. In about another minute, and we'll be good. More blackening. A little bit more salt. This is already smelling amazing. I'm excited. And that was just a very light touch of salt. Black pepper. And we're gonna give these, like I said, just another minute. We'll reserve those and then we'll start working on our sauce. And as soon as I start working on my sauce, I'm gonna wait just a couple minutes before I drop my pasta. I think the sauce is gonna take a little bit longer to thicken up. And I don't want my pasta being done and, you know, getting, you know, hard and sticky because we're gonna pull it straight out of the pot and into our pan. So that's what I got going on. Man, this is gonna be good. I like that we use our other butter.
Yeah.
There we go. Getting good color. Flip them one more time, and then we'll pull them out here in just a second. Just want to make sure we get good caramelization, because that's what blackening seasoning is. It's supposed to get blackened. All right, I'm gonna bump my heat down low because we're gonna add in our cream in just a second. And we don't need to wash this out or anything because we're gonna use the residual seasonings in with our cream. So we're gonna dump in our cream. Let's shake it. I think it'll dump faster. There we go. And it'll cool down our pan and we'll use that seasoning and it'll flavor it just nicely. And the cream itself, we're gonna bring it up to a simmer and a slow boil. And that way we don't scorch our dairy, because if we scorch our dairy, then we have to start from scratch all over again because you can't get that taste out. So, we're just kind of playing a waiting game right now. You can see that seasoning come up from the bottom of the pan. Yeah. Now I'm gonna start adding in a little, I'm gonna wait for it to get heated up. So never mind, belay that. Our dairy is now coming up to heat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take in our Parmesan cheese, or Parmesan Reggiano, and we're gonna go ahead and add that. This is also gonna help thicken our sauce up as well. Add it all, give it a stir. And then here in just a minute, I'm gonna add in our lobster, because our lobster isn't fully cooked, but everything else, our shrimp is fully cooked and our crab is fully cooked. So that's gonna go later. And it's probably gonna go right before we put the pasta in, so it all comes together. And now I'm gonna dump in our pasta water, or not pasta water, our pasta. And I'm using fettuccine noodles. I like those better than spaghetti. If you like spaghetti, use spaghetti here. But I got a pot of water boiling, and I already salted it. So we're just gonna drop those in. I'm gonna give it a stir. And these are gonna take about 10 to 12 minutes to become al dente. And I think our sauce is gonna be done in that amount of time. Give it a stir so nothing sticks. And we're gonna wait on our sauce, turn our heat down. See it bubbling like that? We want a low simmer here. Now I'm gonna put in our lobster. Oh yeah, this is beautiful looking. I am gonna add a little bit more seasoning. I'm gonna do black pepper and our blackening seasoning, just to get a little bit more color and a little bit more flavor. Matter of fact, I'm gonna kill the heat for now. It thickened up quite a bit on me already. See how this looks. Want that extra flavor. Oh, it's looking good. And don't forget, if you over thicken by accident, all you do is take a little bit of your pasta water and thin it out, and it'll be perfectly fine. But this sauce is looking good. We're going for what's called nappe. It coats the back of the spoon, just like this, and you can draw a line through it, hold it up, and it doesn't drip. That's called nappe. Oh yeah, this is good. Since I tasted it, I need a little bit more salt. Don't forget our pasta water has salt in it as well. And this is just gonna chill out until our pasta becomes al dente, and then I'll bring you back when we're putting the pasta in. All right, so since we're waiting on our pasta, I'm gonna go ahead and add a garnish. We're just gonna chop some curly parsley, and that's gonna garnish our dish just to add a little bit more color, make it look nice. I mean, we spent this long doing it, which, I mean, it's been really a fast dish, I'm not gonna lie. And we want it to look nice. And that should do it right there. My pasta is about a minute out. I just went ahead and tasted it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn our pan back on. We're gonna turn it on low just to get everything back up to temperature. And it's still pretty, excuse me, still pretty warm. So I'm gonna grab our pasta. It's not hot, thank goodness. And the way you're gonna test your pasta is to take a bite of it. Now, that is ripping hot. Perfect. We're gonna automatically just take our noodles, put them into the pan. And if that pasta water comes over, that's perfectly fine, because we have just a couple more things to do and this dish is done. Oh, it's looking good. It's coming together. And there we go. I might have a few stragglers in there. I'll get them out later. But we're just gonna fold in everything, get everything incorporated. I haven't said that in a while. I try not to anyway. Now we need to add in our crab. And like I said, I'm gonna save the shrimp for garnish, but all that crab meat That can go in. And then we're gonna start checking for salt flavors and our seasoning flavor. But we are just about there. Oh, it's looking good. So I'm gonna let this come up just a little bit. We're gonna thicken a little bit more, and then I'm gonna also garnish with a little bit more Parmesan cheese, and I might add a little bit more cheese because that pasta water kind of thinned our sauce out just a touch. But if we heat it back up to a simmer, it should thicken itself, and if it doesn't, we'll just add a little bit more cheese. So, do a taste. Salt's good. I am gonna add a little bit more blackening seasoning. We're already getting a little bit of bubbles here, so we're coming up. And I reserved one more tablespoon of our compound butter that we made. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in now. And this compound butter has a lot of stuff in it, also has garlic in it. So this is where our garlic is coming from. Dump that. And we're just gonna constantly keep this moving just to incorporate, got me again. Get everything mixed together. And this chilled butter is gonna emulsify into our sauce as well. And it's gonna add excellent flavor. All right, our sauce is a little loose. I don't wanna keep cooking. Our pasta's gonna go wimpy and not taste good. So I'm gonna add a little bit more cheese. That's gonna help thicken everything up. And it's not gonna take a whole lot. But I'm also garnishing with it, so I needed it out anyway. There we go. It's looking awesome. Very nice. A little bit more cheese. But you see how that pasta water thinned that sauce out? So we're just, if you ever thicken your sauce too much and you're adding pasta water is just like gold in a kitchen. Not as much gold as clarified butter, but it comes in second. All right, we are done. So I'm gonna plate up. All right, thank you for being here. And this is our Seafood Alfredo. Hope you enjoy it. And let's give it a taste. Let me know what you think. It's gonna be a big bite because I didn't cut the pasta, just so you know. I think I could serve this plate for like $36 to $40, probably. Okay. Oh, that's really good. Again, thank you. And if you haven't left a comment to, what you want us to make, please do so. I'll put you in the jar. We'll draw you, not this week, next week. Mm-hmm. And leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever YouTube says. And we'll see you Friday. Y'all take care. Peace.
Try a piece of lobster.
Yeah, easily I could charge $40 for that plate.
Ooh, crap.
That's crap. Cut that. That works. Thank you. But dang, it's a wrap.